Welcome back to Upper Lusatia, Back to Basics, episode number 2, with me, MrSealyp. The next job that I need to do, well, I've got 2 jobs I could do. The first thing I'm going to do is feed the animals. I need to make sure the cows are right. We got rid of the pigs, so I think sheep are okay for the moment, but I think the cows need water. Wrong one again. They definitely need water. And they're going to need some grass, and they're going to need silage and hay, power food. What I'm probably going to do is kind of show you what I meant. It's a bit of a worry though, because it'd be a waste. Well, I've got plenty of grass fields. It's not like I'm going to run out of grass anytime soon. Now, you may have already noticed well in the last episode, I'm not running seasons. I decided not to bother. I'm just going to run it as normal on this one. I've said it before, seasons is fantastic, but it can be a bit restrictive at times. So first thing I'm going to do is jump in the Massey. Love the sound of that. I'm going to go and grab a weight. I'm going to go and grab some... Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to grab weight first. I'm going to do the water first. The water tank is over here. And as far as I recall, from my first look, you can get water from here. Yes, you can. Excellent. Just want to say thank you to everybody for their comments on the first episode. It would appear from the comments I'm getting that people have been quite looking forward to me doing a Let's Play along these lines again. I didn't realise how much people had enjoyed the golden days of farming, and it seemed like a while ago my subscriber count was a bit lower, and I didn't know how many people had actually watched it. It seems that yeah, people enjoyed the last episode of this, so I get what people were saying as well about on Lone Oak Farm. You're sounding stressed, and I'm what I am. I was, I suppose. It's a different level of stress to, you know, I say people that do normal jobs, you know what I mean, you know, there's different levels of stress, and to say that I'm really stressed, I'm not, but it was, you know, it's a lot to try and get your head around and keep on top of. Let's fill this up. Fantastic. Trying to hit the cows on the way out. There we go. I did like about this when I did the first look, I'm not going to keep saying the first look, was the cattle grid. I like that. It was a really cool touch. There's a lot of really cool touches on this map I really liked. Actually, what I will do, I'll go to the sheep and just top up the water anyway. I can't remember if it needed topping up, but I might as well while I'm going about my business. I've had a couple of comments to say about the chickens. There's a bit of a glitch with the chickens. It says there are eggs to collect, and when you come over this you can't get them all or something. I'm not too sure. They're not all available, I don't know, but there were also a few comments to say that at the moment an update for this is with giants for testing, so potentially when they, you know, get onto getting mod 2 testing, there may be an update for this. I'm assuming there'll be an update for Terra Italica, I don't know, but we should see. Let's... I did say on my first look I wasn't sure, because you can fill up from the rivers, whether or not the water from across the way here, it's just, oh no, that was full. Yeah, I didn't know if the water from here was free, but a few comments on my first look said that this is free as well. So, you know, there's plenty of places to get the water from. It makes life a little bit easier that it's free right here on the farm as well. Right, well, that's the water sorted anyway. Now, I'm thinking I'm probably going to stick to bales, and because I've got seasons off, it does mean I can cut grass, it'll regrow. The same with fields. The turnover of fields will be obviously a much quicker cycle than it would be with seasons on, which means that hopefully, should I need straw for bedding, should I need grass or hay, I can do it fairly quickly, so I don't need to have hundreds of thousands of litres in storage on hand. So I'm going to try to avoid, if possible, getting a forage and chip silo. I'm going to try and do it all bales. I'm going to try and put bales under the cover here, although I have got hay, silage and straw there. I don't think I've got any grass anywhere. The other thing I do need to check as well, of course, because I can't remember again from when I was last on this, what the what the silo holds. So we'll go and check that as well while we're about our business. I've said that again, haven't I? See what I mean? Sometimes you get these little phrases in your head, and I don't know why, but they just stay. Can be mildly annoying. I don't know if there's a seed refill point on here anywhere. Or is it just on the side there? Of course it is. No, that's where you... Oh, I've just driven past that now. Staring me right in the face. So, we have got some wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, total mixed ration, that's good to know, straw, pig food, hay, grass. Oh, it will take it all. Ah, that's good. So, what I might do then is do a load of grass and get that put into storage. The grass I'll probably put in storage, the others I'll probably bale. I'm not likely to have 200 bales on hand, so I'm not likely to. I don't think I'm likely to. Back up. So, what I'll do is grab a weight from down here. Does it have to be... it doesn't have to be a very big one, I don't suppose. Let's see if we can get this hooked up here, shall we? There we go. I'm going to go with the bale spikes. I'm not going to worry too much about the bale. Is that bale spikes or pallet forks? Looks like bale spikes to me. Everything was actually lined up with them, wouldn't it? So, that's what I was talking about on one of my other... It might have been a lone oak actually. If you fill up the hay and silage part of the cow thing first, and then you make total mixed ration, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it still splits it, even if your hay and silage portion is full. So we'll... There we go. Sorry about that. I assume this will take this over the rail. Should do. There we go. So if we look back in here now, you'll see the silage and hay has got into the green. Now that's one hay bale. I'm going to put one silage in. Don't worry about piercing the wrap, doesn't matter because I'm giving it to them to feed anyway. So we'll do one silage, and then we'll make up a mixed, a top mixed ration batch with the feed mixer. And then once these are fed, then what we're going to do is going to get the harvester over to field. I was wrong in the other episode. We do have 2 fields that have got crops in. We have some with grass, and I think we've got field. I know 11 was one of them. One of the is ready to harvest, the other one isn't. So I'll put that directly up. Should be alright. Right, so Silage and hay is now saying it's, I mean, it's as close to full as it's going to be, and that's on 14,558. Does that say something like that? So now I'm going to make some power food. I don't know if it's going to hook up to the feed mixer with the weight. Oh, we might take the weight off. We'll see. We might get lucky. Who knows? Yes, we will. Fantastic. So. Now that's the trailed line duo, so that holds 16,000. So I can do one straw. Now on Lone Oak, I was doing it with loose out of the bunker, or out the silo. Here, I'm going to do it with bales. So I'm very satisfied about doing it with bales. I know it's easier to do it when you're doing it loose and it just pours in out of the silo in there. But I don't know, there's always been something. And when I started off on FS15, I was doing Westbridge Hills, and we didn't have there were no mods, so there was no Pecan, there was no, you didn't have all the big ones. I think at one point I had 4 of these trailed lines lined up, so then when I was doing Total Mix Ration, I would do an equal amount in each one, and then take them. I don't know why I did that, it seems a bit excessive now thinking about it, but it just seemed to work at the time. Yeah, so I'm going to need to do more bales, definitely. But again, it doesn't matter. Do them as I need them. Oops. Put one silage in. There should be one more hay. For the mix I do, it's one more hay, but as I've said many times before, everyone seems to do different mixes. Each to their own, however you want to do it. It's entirely up to you. It's good that you start off with, I think, because they give you animals to start, they've got to give you something to be kind of getting on with. Right, so that should take one more. And I'm going to do that hay. Never really mastered this in cab. I always find it really difficult to get the alignment of the spikes. I'm never quite sure if it's level or not. It's really hard to tell. If there's a knack, if there's a trick to this, because I always kind of tilt them and I'm never quite sure at what point they're level. So when you just start to see the bottom bit come, I don't know. Let's see if it spikes it. Brilliant. Now it gets harder. Because I can't actually see now. There we go. Right. So that should be it. In theory. Spikes down. So I don't prong anybody. That would be bad. No pronging anybody on the farm. I haven't checked to see which side the sun loads actually. I hope it's the correct side. Well, this could just go all over the floor, we'll see. I can always scoop it up with a bucket if it does. Okay, so let's pull this on the side. Need to clean up the feed area, I think. Please come out the correct side. And there we go. So if we look now, both those numbers are going up. So it didn't matter that I had it full on the silage and hay, it's still splitting it. Whereas all that power food should be going into the power food, it's still splitting out silage, hay. That's frustrating, that is. And why is that still saying? Oh, so I say it was still saying it was yellow. Right, so we're good. We just need a bit of grass now, which we didn't have any in storage. We've got a little bit left in here, 141 whole litres. What we'll do is put the animal feed mixer back, and we'll worry about the grass later. It's in the green, it's not too much of a problem at the moment. Let's just make sure we've got this lined up ish. Yep, hit the post. Brilliant. Need to come tighter to that one. Perfect. Right. Next job. I'm going to take this and pop it back in here, I think. Actually, those forks could do with being down to the floor. That's better. Okay, right. Well, that's them sorted. So what we need to do now, harvester, and then once the harvester's going, I think we have to going to call on Luke or Max. I don't know who to do first. It doesn't even come down to who's more reliable. They're both brilliant. I think we'll go with Luke. Luke's going to be our worker on the field. We'll set the worker up, get Luke going, and then we'll come back. We'll get a trailer, and we'll be able to unload it. I'm going to set the straw swaths on so that we can. I think it's wheat we've got. Let me just check. Let's go. Doesn't really matter that way. And we zoom in a little bit. Yeah, field 11. There we go. So field 11 is ready to harvest. We've got field 9. I drove past on the last episode, which isn't ready yet. Field 11 is ready, and that's got wheat in it. So we're going to harvest that. That will come back and we put away in storage. And then what we'll do is we haven't got a baler, so we're going to have to lease a baler. We'll do some baling, and then we're going to cut one of these fields. We're going to get some grass, put that away. Hopefully by then 9 will be ready. We need to check out some field prices. What will happen is if we get to a point we've done our crops and we haven't got enough money to buy a new field, what we will do is we'll go and do jobs for other farmers, and we'll try and build up a bit of a reputation, try and build up a bit of money, and then we can start buying up other fields. There are some fairly small fields, so we should be alright for picking up various different things. Shouldn't be too expensive. So what I'll probably do is run a headland round or two, just to make sure that Luke's going to be okay with it. And if he is, let him get on with it. I've got to make sure I don't go across the grass field because I need the grass. So I need to work out another way of getting there. Keep pressing the wrong one. So we are here. We need field 11. So I go at the top of the farm here, up this track. And that should take us to field 11, past the top of the cow pasture. Fantastic. Right. I'm thinking if we do corn at any point, wheat, and we do a silage harvest, I'm going to use one of the small silage harvesters, not the big, forage harvester or anything like that. We'll use some of the smaller equipment. Like I say, it's all going to be smaller stuff. I did look at getting the 6 metre, the Weber plough, but that requires 180 horsepower, which we don't have yet. I think I need to set myself a limit as well to say if we are going to be buying various different. Oh, look at this! I've got to stop and have a look at this. Oh man. It's like a postcard, isn't it? Look at it. Wow. Wow, this is a brilliant map. Is that open? It's like being on a holiday. After Lone Oak Farm being so frantic and manic with the harvest and all the jobs, and this seems very relaxing. Very calm. This is field 11, isn't it? I think. So it looks like it. So just bear with me 1 second. Just straw swath is on. I'm going to open the harvester, which is something I always forget to do. Let's get the header on. Let's drop that a little bit, or is that about the right height? Or maybe raise it a little bit. Is that raised? That's as high as it goes. Okay, so this is deceptive. It didn't look a particularly big field. Actually, it's not too bad, is it? It's got the cruise control on. So what I'll do, I'm trying to look on the map. Let's put the mini map on. Does it run north-south? I suppose, yeah, pretty much this side. So I don't know whether or not to just do a couple of headlands across the top and then set Luke off, get him going. In the harvester, Luke. Nice one. Okay. I have left him to get on with it, and he's doing a brilliant job too. So let's grab the Farm Tech trailer and get over there. It hasn't got a very big tank, the Sampo Rosenau. Cover off. So I'm looking at the moment at plough alternatives, cultivator alternatives and seeder planter alternatives. The Massey Ferguson old generation pack has got a load of stuff in it and it's all really cheap, which is brilliant, but I don't want to go down the route of it all just being Massey Ferguson, you know. I much as it's cheap and I can sell some of the stuff and make a little bit more money to get some money in the bank, I don't want it all just to end up being a Massey Ferguson farm, you know. I want to try and do a few different things. Now, hopefully, if I can catch him right, I might be going back up the field. Yes, I need to be quicker. Catch the auger pipe this side before he turns round. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm motoring it and should be. Come on, pipe out. There we go. No! Oh. Stopped. I'm filling up. Albeit slowly, we are filling up though. Oh, caught it just in time. Only just about. But we caught it. Brilliant. Obviously it's a small header, there's not really a lot in each swath, so it's going to take a few of those to make the bales, but certainly the more bales we can have on hand straight away, the better it's going to be. 3929. Like I say, that's kind of the philosophy I went with the golden days of farming. Doesn't matter if it takes longer, doesn't matter if they're small headers, doesn't matter if it takes a whole episode to do this field. We might have to time lapse some of that though. This is bigger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. That's a 15,000 litre trailer. We could do a bit of multitasking, but why? Just take it easy. Kick back, relax. I suppose I could go and get a baler and start baling, couldn't I? I should really, I suppose. There's a couple of bits that we've missed, so we need to make sure we get those. So if I get myself positioned this end, then when he does not the next turn but the one after, so not when he's going back up this time, but when he's going back up the next time, I think he'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, maybe full again. We should be able to catch him going up again. Now then comes the next question, baler. You're kind of limited because of obviously cost. I could buy one, I could lease one. Even leasing costs get a little bit expensive, to be fair. Do I do round, do I do square? We've got round already. I do like round bales. I find square bales easier to stack, personally. So I think I'm going to go square from now on. Now obviously the square balers, the in-game ones, are expensive. So I'm thinking we might go Krone BigPack 12080. It's a fairly large looking baler. Only requires 115 horsepower, which means the New Holland can pull it. And it's cheap, 12,000. I could go with the Massey Ferguson 5, which I've used quite a lot on various different Let's Plays. But that's double the price, it's 24,000. Leasing, that's 1,900. That one's 960. But then I'm likely to do more bales, so I do need a baler. But here's the only downside with doing square bales. If I do want to do silage, but actually I don't know if I do silage bales. The silage bales we've got at the moment, I might leave. I think what I might do is cut one of the grass fields and put the grass into the bunker silo, and we'll have loose silage. So we'll do hay and straw bales and loose silage. I think that's the way to go. Otherwise it means getting a bale wrapper, and most of the bale wrappers do round bales. So that's why you end up doing, you know, apart from if you've got the Krone pack, the DLC, and then you've got the Krone SW4014. But not everyone has the Krone pack, you know. I kind of take it for granted sometimes. I've got, you know, because I've got the various different DLCs, it doesn't mean everybody does. There are other balers available in the mod hub. Again, they're not cheap to lease, they're not cheap to buy. So what do you end up doing, really? I don't know. Do I just lease one for the time being until I make my mind up? I might do, yeah. Let's go and get one. Oops. Leaping in and out of my tractor, not very helpful. I'm going to miss him going back up and down again, aren't I? I'll have to deal with it. If he has to stop, then he can have a little tea break. To the store! Obviously the upshot of this is going to be I'm going to need a trailer of some description. I'm thinking that little Unia PL6, I do like that. That's quite cool. I'm going to be manually stacking bales. I'm not going to be doing anything dodgy. I've left it too short there. Here's where let's go. So let's lease the Krone BigPack 12080. I'm not going to change the wheels. Lease. There it is. Fingers crossed we get back in time. What do you reckon? That feels sluggish with that in the back. Let's be as quick as we can. Right turn here. Round the roadworks. Over the bridge. I'm liking this map a lot. I really am. I like all these little details. It's fantastic. Right. Please tell me we've got there in time. No, we haven't. It's going back up. Oh, never mind. It hasn't stopped. We haven't had a thing come up to say it's nearly full, have we? Don't think so. Right, okay. Let's open this up then. So we want to go unfold first. Would be a great idea. Let's go outside for this. Chains down. Turn it on. Pick up down. I need to move that trailer out of the way. It's right in the way, isn't it? Okay. Now there's no full grain tank. Typical. Now it might well be that we'll get enough bales. I love the fact you can see all the working parts on the top of that. Look at that go. PTO turning. That's brilliant. yeah, it might well be that we get enough straw bales off this field and store them that for the time being we're not going to need any more. So we'll see how we get on with that. I'm going to do every other swath first, I think. Through the hedge. Helpful. Yeah. Well, not quite every other. Just easy for turning, that's all. It's stopping it, isn't it? Now at some point we are going to need a third tractor. In the golden days of farming I think we ended up with about 10. We had loads of little tractors whizzing around all over the place, and it was brilliant. So it may well be, we'll see how we get on and how much money we make and how many fields we've got. I think I had a couple of harvesters running on the golden days of farming at one point, so it might well be. Yep, he stopped the wrong way around, that was my fault. So we'll have to get the baler. He's just going to have a tea break while I do that. As long as he's not too cross with me. I'm sure he'll be fine. Very amiable chap. I do want to try, if possible, to get this field harvested in this episode, so I do need to get a wiggle on really. Right, let's just stop that there for a minute. I suddenly thought I'm probably a little bit too close for the harvester turning round. Luckily for me, he's an expert. Nice tractor this. I did think about getting one of the TS ones. I'm sure it'll be fine. Absolutely is. Right, okay. What we got? 8,000? Like I say, it's not going to be a bumper haul, but for the time being it's alright, because what we're going to have to do with this field then is going to be plough it. Actually, before I plough it, we'll go and buy some muck. Let's muck spread it. Why not? I haven't used one of the small ones before. So as you've seen, fantastic job done. Next worker job will be Max. Not sure what it's going to be. We've got some fertiliser, some muck spreading to do. There'll be some ploughing, there'll be cultivating. I'm sure one of those jobs is going to require his services. We'll see how we get on. And just in case anyone's not sure, they're wondering, I said I wasn't going to do a Let's Play, and they are actually my nephews. I wasn't joking the other day, they are. They've been watching my videos and they've been enjoying them, and their dad asked would it be alright, and I said of course I'll put them in. Why wouldn't I have them in? I might even get some help from Roman. Roman might come and give me a bit of a hand on the farm. He's my other nephew. You never know. I have inspired them all to buy the game. I didn't force them to, they just did it of their own choosing, but you know, it's all good. Might as well make it a family affair. So the CLG's bailed on me. Quite actually appropriate considering I'm bailing, isn't it? But you know, we'll see. She's glaring at me across the room. Anyway, so I'm going to carry on, finish off baling. Next episode then is going to require me collecting these bales off the field. We're going to go and put the wheat we've got off this field into storage. We'll put the bales away. We'll make a start on muck spreading. Maybe, depends, we might get some ploughing done. If we can get the muck spreading going, then maybe get some ploughing done as well. But that's it for this episode. Loving it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe it, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.